Hi there, it's John again, and welcome to our second presentation on the ZRII UK launch. Hopefully you picked up some great information there on the products and how everything's put together, and how about those testimonials. Amazing the impact that ZRII is having on people's lives. And if you haven't got your hands on it yet, I've got a testimonial file. I think there's almost 100 people in there who've benefited in all sorts of ways. People who've got diabetes, heart conditions, cholesterol problems, back problems, joint problems, overweight. It just goes on and on, really. And they've all derived benefits from using this ZRII product. So, you know, proof of the pudding and all that. These things are brilliant. These products, they really do work. Right, today on to even more interesting information, because today we're going to talk about how we market all of this and how you make money, which I'm sure is of great interest to you. And whilst you can make an absolute shed full of money from ZRII, I think it's nice as well to reflect on that it's not all about the money. We're very fortunate to be involved in a business whereby we genuinely help people. The products we have impact on people's health, on their well-being, on their day-to-day lives. And when people start coming to you and, you know, reflecting back their stories and telling you, thanking you really for you know, being introduced to ZRII, then I think you'll feel great about it, as well as having shed loads of money to spend and enjoy whatever you want to do in life. So the way we market it and the money, they're sort of intertwined, so let's cover them as one subject really, and we'll just go through it all here today. Okay, before we sort of get going on that, I think it's important to reflect on the changes in consumerism and how we buy products really, and how we look at products these days. A lot of this is driven by the internet, and a lot of us now, we demand what's called or termed as social proof before we buy anything. It means really, you know, we want to know that somebody else has bought it, that they think it's good, and that if we buy it ourselves, we're going to get something from it, and it's not such a risky purchase. Amazon do this all day long, if you think about it. They have all of their reviews, and we all go through them before we buy anything and think, okay, yeah, that's great. 80% of the people love it, so let's go for it. Most of the big retailers, the online retailers, do it. If you trawl through your Tesco's, everyone. TripAdvisor in the leisure business, they do it, and most reputable sites now and businesses will have some sort of capture there, so that it allows customers to come back and reflect their feedback on the purchase. And of course, when we come along as a consumer, we see all this, think, okay, great, we'll have it. Now, if you think about it, it's very clever on part of Amazon and all these, you know, these large businesses, because we're sort of doing the selling for them, aren't we? We're doing the selling for them by providing our reviews and our feedback. Yet, do we benefit from that? Not really, because you know, we don't get any discounts or anything. The fact we've done it. And if you think about it, word of mouth is something that we all use on a personal level. In a similar vein, we all tell people about the restaurant we've been to that's great, or that purchase we made that was great, those new clothes, those shoes, those offers at the supermarket, this holiday, place to get your car serviced, great deal on tyres, whatever it might be. If we come across something good these days, we will tell other people about it. Great. It's word of mouth, it's recommendation, personal recommendation. And if you ask any business owner in the world, what is the best way of generating new business, of getting a new customer, he or she will tell you to a man or a woman that it's word of mouth, personal recommendation. It's free for the company, and the people who come along have already bought into the product. Okay, now the good thing is that's exactly what we use at ZRII. We use word of mouth. Now some of you may know this type of marketing as network marketing, and it's very misunderstood. Excuse me. All this talking is playing havoc with my voice. So yeah, it's greatly misunderstood, because the first time you see this, you'll get people come to you and say, oh yeah, that's pyramid selling. Oh, this is where you make money out of your friends. Oh, this is where you just to see all your friends, and you have to recruit lots of people, and when you run out, it all stops. which is complete nonsense. You know, Amazon aren't pyramid selling or any of these other people. These misconceptions go back years ago when there were scams out there. You know, well, there still are scams out there where there's no products involved. It's like these Ponzi schemes where the money goes in and the money that comes in is paid out to somebody else. So you have to keep recruiting and recruiting to make things happen. There's never a product, and eventually, of course, the whole thing falls apart. So let's just get that out of the way so, you know, we can differentiate between this. With ZRII, you have products, a whole range of products. A customer buys that product. It's a consumable product, so that after a few weeks, they need to buy another one. So the whole purchase goes on again, and on and on and on and on and on. And all that happens within ZRII is that you are a distributor on different levels. That's all. So have a look at the ZRII system in detail and how it works, and how it's such an ethical system, how it's fair, how it rewards people for their effort, and it doesn't matter where you are in the organisation, everybody has exactly the same opportunity, starts in exactly the same way, and can make as much money and build as big or as small a business as they want to. So I'll have to use some slides for this to make some more sense. So let's just go through it all now so it's all crystal clear for you. So let's just have a quick look at the myths that surround word of mouth marketing and explain why this is in fact the fairest, most ethical and honest marketing system out there. So you might hear things like it's a pyramid scheme, you make money from friends, you have to keep recruiting to be successful, how can they afford to pay out so much money? These are the normal ones that come up. So let's have a look one at a time at these. Pyramid scheme. When someone says this to me, my response is always the same. That's an interesting comment. Please tell me what you mean by a pyramid scheme. And in my experience, most people have no idea at all what a pyramid scheme is. They've heard the term somewhere along the line and they just sort of throw it out there. So let me share with you what a pyramid scheme is and what it's not. The scam pyramid schemes and Ponzi schemes that sometimes surface are mostly illegal and are just clever ways to separate you and I from our money. There's usually no actual product involved, or if there is, it's a useless product introduced to legitimise the scheme, and people end up buying a load of overpriced, useless tat that doesn't give any benefit and so ends up in the garage. Sound familiar? The schemes work on a constant recruitment model where a percentage of money coming in is paid out to existing members to give the illusion of easy profits being made. The end result is someone at the top somewhere makes a lot of money and then disappears when the whole thing collapses. It's illegal, unethical and light years away from legitimate word-of-mouth marketing. So how's ZRII different? Well, with ZRII, first of all, there's a range of consumable products that customers order on a regular basis. All of the products are first class, tried and tested and endorsed by world-leading expert Dr. Deepak Chopra, who I can assure you would never put his name to anything that does not fulfill the goals of health and wellness and certainly deliver more than it promises. Then all the money that's paid to ZRII is toward a product, so it's secured by product for personal use and to sell on. All the commissions that are paid to distributors are rewards for marketing the products and for attracting new customers. When you look at it, it's a simple wholesale retail model. ZRII is an honest, ethical, fair, supportive, encouraging and rewarding model where everyone benefits. So let's compare how traditional business is structured and how our word of mouth model works compared to it. In a traditional business, we have something like this. You have a CEO or chairman at the top, board of directors, senior management, middle management, team leaders, supervisors, and at the bottom, of course, the hard-working employees. Usually there's one person at the top, then there's a limited number of directors, then there's more as we go down the line, more managers, etc., till we get down to the employees. Who has the power here, and who makes the majority of the money? Is it the employees? Or these supervisors and middle management people? Absolutely not. The power lies with the few at the top. And if you're an employee or manager, you know exactly what I mean. And what are the chances of anyone at the lower levels making it to the top? There are the odd exceptions, but in most cases the answer is nil. None. You've got more chance of winning the lottery. And what loyalty does the company show when times are tough and they have to downsize? Do they simply look at the numbers and just decide people have to go? Is this a fair and honest and ethical system where everyone has the same opportunity to shine and to work to their potential? Or is it sometimes a bit more akin to slave labour? The people at the top have all the power and make all the money. The workers and managers are never likely to get to the top. The workers and managers give much more than they are ever really rewarded for in terms of time, effort and commitment. You can be fired at any time, and if the bosses decide to, they can shut the business down at any time, leaving you out of work. Now that looks like a pyramid scheme to me. What do you think? So let's have a look at how ZRII is structured. ZRII is a modular structure with individual distributors or groups of distributors all dealing directly with ZRII. It can be you as an individual where you order product direct from ZRII at a wholesale price for your own personal use and of course to sell on at a profit to customers. It can be you with a slightly bigger business where others join your group as distributors. Or you building a national or international business and helping other distributors do the same. The choice is yours. Now imagine, if you want to, how big an organisation you can build across the UK and Europe. And in addition to your wholesale commissions and retail profits, as your business grows, you also qualify for a weekly team bonus, Mercedes car allowance, 3 free trips to exotic locations, advancement bonuses from $1,000 to $1 million, global profit share, and of course have all the freedom to live your life on your terms. In fact, ZRII share 50% of the profits with us, the distributors. Now compare this to how you get paid at the moment. Now this is the point where you're probably thinking, oh okay, so I need to recruit hundreds of people to be successful. No, not the case at all. In the ZRII model, everyone simply uses the product personally and has their own customer base. Everyone has the choice and opportunity to have as big or small a business as they want. And even as you expand across the UK, this model I'm showing you is based on each distributor simply having a few customers and just 2 other distributors doing the same. That's 2, that's all. Now, is that constant recruitment? I don't really think so. The sky really is the limit with ZRII, and no matter how big or small the operation, it's important to know that all distributors deal directly with ZRII. All distributors receive product in exchange for monies paid to ZRII. All distributors buy the products at exactly the same price. Everyone has the same opportunity to build as big or small a group as he or she wants, and everyone is encouraged and helped to be as successful as they want to be. So no one's restricted or prevented from expanding. You choose who you work with and when you work, and you get to spend as much time with your family doing the things you want. So which structure do you think is the most honest, ethical, fair, supportive, encouraging and rewarding? This ZRII model or that traditional business structure we just looked at earlier? I certainly know what I think. ZRII offers you the opportunity to live your life on your terms, and for me that's priceless. So hopefully you're beginning to see that what we're doing here is so much better than what else is out there. Okay, so we build all of this through word of mouth marketing, and I think now's a good time to consider, are you taking advantage of others or making money from people you know? So let's have a look at a few examples. What if you went to a restaurant that turned out to be really great? The food was fantastic, excellent service, waiters were attentive and entertaining, you had a really good time. Or say you walked past that designer shop in the high street and they had a fabulous designer clothes all on offer at 70% reduction. Now would you be inclined to tell others about it? Who would you tell? People you know? I mean, would you get on the phone straight away to everyone you know and say, you've got to try this or you've got to get down here now? Of course you would. And what if that restaurant or clothes shop gave you a free meal or extra discount? Would you be taking advantage of others? Would you be making money out of people you know? Of course not. I mean, the idea is completely ridiculous. Everyone benefits from the deals, so you're doing everyone a favour by spreading the good news and sharing your experience. And that's all we do with ZRII. As a ZRII distributor, you're always your own best customer first, a raving fan of the products. Because without personal experience, conviction and belief in the product, how could you ever share it with anyone else? Others then make the decision whether they try the products or not. Either way, not a problem. Your job is simply to share the good news, that's all. And you can be assured that ZRII products really work, so you can share with confidence and enthusiasm. So I hope you're beginning to see that word of mouth marketing is just a great way to share excellent products at a brilliant price and at the same time be rewarded by ZRII for your efforts. So how can ZRII pay us all this money? Let's look at traditional business first. A lot of the profits in traditional business are eaten away by the costs of taking the product to market. Things like marketing, advertising, merchandising, employees, etc. I mean, the list goes on and on. But with ZRII it's very different. ZRII's got its manufacturing costs and admin costs, and that's about it, because we, the distributors, do the rest. We do the promoting, sharing, advertising, etc. And we do it all through word of mouth. And each time a new distributor comes into our team, that's a new business outlet for ZRII that hasn't cost them any money to set up. So as ZRII doesn't have all the burden of the costs of the traditional business, it rewards you as a distributor for promoting and expanding the business. And it does this, as I said earlier, by sharing 50% of the profits. Now, do you know of any other business out there that does the same? Because I certainly don't. Okay, now you're probably thinking, great, so how do I become a distributor? Well, that's easy. First thing you do is you get registered on the ZRII company system. It's important you do this as soon as possible, because when you register, you get a timestamp, an ID number. So people who are watching this presentation and enrolling after you will be automatically forming part of your new team. For example, I've got hundreds of Americans in my business group I've never met, and all of their business counts towards my bonuses. It's just how the system works. Does it cost you a fortune to get started? Absolutely not. You can order as little or as much as you want, and to register on the system is only £30. However, just registering doesn't get you any products. I mean, this is a business after all, so you need to have some stock to get yourself started. You need products to use yourself, to share and to sell. You can start at any level you feel comfortable with, but if you're serious, I think you need to be at the very least £250 worth of product. For those of you who are really serious about getting involved now as one of the future leaders, we've put together 2 sample starter packs. The first is £450, the second £950, all secured by stock, your distributor kit, all delivered to the UK, etc. The 950 is the fast start pack for those of you who are really serious and want to hit the ground running. And if you opt for this pack and move fast with this, you can have a return on your initial outlay, plus a $1,000 bonus, and qualify for the Mercedes-Benz car allowance, all within the first 4 weeks. Now, where else do you know you can start a business for such a small amount of money and be in a position to recoup your investment and be in profit in a few weeks or less? And of course, the great thing with ZRII is you don't need all of those extras you'd normally need when you're starting up. You'll have your own professional website all done, all product documents and fact sheets. No need to worry about taking credit card payments, as all distributor orders get placed direct with ZRII. No business premises. All you need to do is bring your passion, enthusiasm and work ethic. This is your time. ZRII's about to hit the UK, and this is your golden opportunity to become involved at this pre-launch stage and be one of the key UK and European leaders. Question is, are you ready?
And what I love about ZRII is that it offers me flexibility with time. Time is always such a big issue, it seems. And as a mom of a 2-year-old, I thought, can I do a business like ZRII? Will I have time to do that? And how's that going to work? And what I find is that when I put my daughter down for her nap, or if she's doing an activity or busy otherwise, then I take those hours. I take that time and I put it into ZRII, and I found that it's a perfect system and it works beautifully as far as being able to balance being a mom and building a business. So that's what I really love about ZRII.
And we had just, we had lost everything. We had several houses and we had a lot of things that we lost. And $1,000 was a lot of money, and he won the $1,000, and I was thinking, we need to pay bills with this money. And we made the decision to take that $1,000 that he won and invest it in ZRII. And that's a scary moment.
Yeah.
But
it was about the third best decision we've ever made.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so now you have all the information you need to make your decision. You know about the company, you know about the products, you know about the marketplace, the industry we're in, you know how to get started, and you know, got a good idea of the potential here, the income potential. So this is a really exciting opportunity, and I hope you've managed to grasp all of it over these last 2 presentations. So now you need to make a decision. It's very simple, really. I mean, my decision would be, do I want to start and make 20% in the early days, or do I want to make 40%? Do I want to have a quick start and get up to that 4-star level and, really be one of the key leaders, which is really the sort of people we're looking for at this stage. And it's easy to let these things pass you by, isn't it? I mean, earlier we mentioned the scenario where you look back sometimes and think, God, if only I'd heard about this, and if I'd only heard about that. I could have got involved, and where would I be now? Well, like I said before, this is your scenario where you are hearing about it. So are you going to make that decision? Okay, to give you some more food for thought, people who were in your position a few years ago in a lot of the South American countries where this started to expand quite quickly, they were sitting thinking, you know, should I do this? Should I not do it? The people who started, got on with it, got stuck into it, and really made the effort, are now some of the highest level distributors in the ZRII organisation. These people earn $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 a month, over $500,000 a year and growing. You know, they're in the bonus scheme, they're in the profit share scheme. We'll soon be having the first person with the $1 million payout, just as a bonus, on top of everything else. Now, you know, without being rude to South America, a lot of the countries there are a lot poorer than here in the UK. So you know, what potential have we got here? What's lying out in front of us? I mean, what can we do here over the next 12 months, 2 years, 3 years? And then beyond that, what can we do in Europe? And you're right at the beginning of it. So, you know, if you can see this, and if you really want to do something with your life, if you're serious about that, if you really are prepared to do some work, this is a massive opportunity. And you could be one of the people to take that first step, and in 2 or 3 years, you'll be the one on 60, 70,000 a year and the $1 million bonus. So it's a crossroads moment. I mentioned it before. It's a crossroads moment. Do you want to stay with what you've got? Is doing what you're doing enough for you? Will that make you $1 million in the next few years? Will that give you freedom to do what you want to do? Will that give you time freedom where you can spend your time with your family, with your friends, to do what you want to do, to take holidays when you want to sail around the world? Who cares? It's all about being in control of your life, isn't it? Does what you're doing now help you help other people? Or is it just you turn up, you slog, you spend hours commuting, you're on the train, your boss couldn't give a fig about you. If you want time off, you have to grovel for it. You're working 15 hours and really only getting paid for 10 each day. If that's what you've got and you want to stay with it, hey, that's your decision. But here's a better way. That's what I'm saying. ZRII is a better way. And not only is it a better way, but ZRII is one of the top companies in this industry. You are in a position to introduce fantastic products to people across the UK and Europe, and to make it a huge amount of money for doing it and get a lot of satisfaction for doing it. You'll have all the help and support from me, from my colleagues, from the American guys, from the ZRII Corporation, corporate office, both in the States and over here when it's open. Everything's in place for you. Everything's there so you can start a business today. You don't need to have leaflets printed. You don't need to have flyers printed. You don't need to have information documents. You've got a website, professional website, all there that will be you'll have a version of that. You can take credit cards, debit cards, because it all goes through ZRII. You don't have to worry about the shipping. Everything is there. Question is, are you ready? If you're ready, let's get on it. Let's get going. Let's get moving. Let's get you started, and let's all have some fun, make a lot of money, help a lot of people, and really, you know, get ZRII storming across the UK, storming across Europe. ZRII is happening. Let's all be part of it. Okay, hopefully I'll be welcoming you to the team. Get back to me as soon as possible. Fill in the form, phone me, email, get back to the person who invited you along to this presentation. Whatever you need to do, but do it now. You know, let's get on with it. Come on. I look forward to speaking to you soon.